Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and into another video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Sue, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my first aid kit and some other fun goodies. As you guys know, if you guys have been following me, if you don't know and you're new here, then I am getting ready to go on a 10-day camping trip with my 4 boys. Well, my 3 boys and my husband, so, you know, there you go. So what I like to do is I like to put everything in one spot so that when I know somebody gets hurt or somebody's sick or somebody needs something, I know exactly where to go to get those items. And I don't have to dig through a pile of stuff in order to find what it is that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna run through my first aid kit, some tips and some tricks. If this is something that you're interested in, then get excited because that's what this video is about. I hope you guys enjoy it and you can get some kind of use out of it. First aid kits are not just for like going on a camping trip. You can put a first aid kit together like this just to have in your home. I do have one that's more in depth for my house other than this one. So you can use one for the car, you can put one together for your house. I'm just one of those people that like to know where everything's at. I like it all to be in one spot, and I like to be able to go and get whatever I need at any given time. And especially on camping trips or car trips or vacations, if you're driving somewhere, you can also make little tiny first aid kits for like airplanes and things like that. But for this video and this purposes, I'm going to be doing one for camping. So I'm going to turn you guys around and I'm going to start sharing with you what is in this bad boy. Okay. So, this is my first aid kit for camping. I do have one that is similar to this. I'm not going to close it all the way up. But this is a tackle box that you find over at like the fishing section. You can use like the smaller tackle boxes. I have in the past have used flat ones. I've used those little ones that you can find at Dollar Tree before. This one was about 10 bucks and I just wanted to be able to put everything in it. I do have quite a few kids and they all would require something completely different. So it folds down, it folds up. It's got this little thing here on the top which I can't open one-handed, but it's just a little compartment that you can put like some flat things in. I don't have anything in there currently, and it looks like this. You know, it has the bottom to it, and then you can pull this up and you got the 3 layers to it. So let me turn it this way so I'm not like laying over. So what we have on top here is like pill form medications. So I have some Tylenol, headache medicine. I got some allergy pills. My middle child is car sickness, so you can give them, basically this is Benadryl. You can give them Benadryl or Dramamine if they're going to get car sickness. They do basically the same thing, so we always keep Benadryl. Benadryl is also really good for heat rash or a lot of bug bites. Hopefully none of that occurs for us. And then we got some ibuprofen there. I have a pair of just little scissors in there. And then I also threw in here, I got this at Dollar Tree. This is just a tea tree roll-on little ball thing. You guys have all seen them from Dollar Tree and Dollar Tree videos if you guys watch those. Tea tree kind of repels bugs, so I thought maybe if nothing else worked, this might come in handy, so we'll put that on there. And then up here in this little stack of stuff, I just have some variety of different medicine. This is NyQuil, or the generic form of NyQuil. So I just put those in there. Sometimes I do take those at nighttime to help me sleep, or if I am feeling like I'm sickly, then I can take those and it'll help me sleep through the night. We have a couple packets of Zantac, which is heartburn medication. This is Allegra D. So we have a couple of packets in here of those. I went ahead and threw in these airborne vitamin C packets in case somebody starts to get sick. We can pop some vitamin C in there. These are Dayquil little packets. I come fully prepared. This is another Allegra D. Down here in the bottom, this is Mucinex. I highly suggest, you guys know, if you've been here for any length of time, that I do work in a doctor's office, so I know what these medications are. If you do not know and cannot identify different pills, they do have the generic names on the back of these, but I would highly suggest, if you don't know name brand and generic medication, that you do keep them in the box. I can fit more on this top shelf by not keeping them on the box, plus I know what the medications are. So that's the reason why mine are all out of the packaging. But I highly urge you to, if you don't know name brand and generic forms of medication like I do, then I highly urge you to keep them in the box and maybe just put them down here in this bottom section. You definitely don't want to be out camping, or even at home for that matter, and giving the wrong type of medication to the wrong kid, because these obviously you're not going to give to little kids. Those you're not going to give to little kids. So you want to make sure that you know what your medications are and what purposes they are for, so that you know what you're doing. And if you don't, or if you're worried about that, either leave them in the box or write on the back of this package somewhere what the name brand of this medication is, so that you know what it is that you're doing and giving people when they're not feeling good. You know what I mean? So this is anti-diarrhea medication. And again, like I said, there is a generic on there. Fortunately for me, I know what generic and name brand medicines are. So that's the reason why I have them pulled out of the package. This is Singular, so this is just some allergy medicine. This is Singular. The bottom down there, that's Zyrtec. And this is Mucinex DM. If you guys have been watching my channel for the last few weeks, you guys know that I have had a lot of allergy situations happening to me, which is not like me, because I do not have allergies as a rule. But for some reason, whatever is in the air right now is really causing me quite a bit of trouble. So I want to come prepared. My husband takes Singular just about every single day, because he does have active allergies all the time. Okay, so down here in the bottom shelf, what we have, I have a roll of plastic tape. In case anybody gets wounded and I need to do some wound care. We got some alcohol prep pads. I got some antibiotic ointment back there. If you guys can see that in there. I have the Superman Band-Aids, because we all know when little ones get hurt, they want to be like Superman. I do have some liquid Tylenol here. This is for the little guy, because he won't take pill forms of things. So I am missing regular Tylenol in my box, which I will have to pick up before we leave. And then we have, like I said, we got the children's pain reliever, which is Tylenol. I have these Hydro-Seal Band-Aids in case somebody gets a pretty wound cut, and we're going to be swimming a pretty wound cut, a pretty deep cut, and we're going to be swimming, and I'm going to want to keep all the nasty water bugs out of that wound. I got some gauze pads here. I got some bigger Curad. These are the big Band-Aids, if you guys can see that inside there, in case we get a bigger cut. In all the years that I've been camping, I've never seen any of my kids get wounded more than just like a little scratch. I don't think I've ever put a Band-Aid on one of my kids while camping. But just in case, I have some butterfly closures along with the Hydro-Seal back there. And this little bottle back here is liquid Band-Aid, just in case. And then these two little pill capsules are my everyday meds, and so that's the reason I went ahead and packed them out, or counted them out and put them in there. So again, like I said, I like to have everything in one location. I do have to take another medication, but I won't take that medication until we get closer to going, so I haven't put it in here yet. I need to still ask Doc what day I need to start that on. It is Provera. It's going to keep me from starting my period while I'm out camping in the nasty woods. So that's the reason why that's not in here yet, because I think I might have to start it before a couple of days are out. This is children's ibuprofen in the liquid form for the little guy. I have in here some of these mosquito repellent bands, which we're gonna use if needed. I got some cough drops down there in the back. I got some Coban. This is like, you know, in case somebody gets seriously wounded, this is a really tight bandage that you wrap around and stick to kind of stop the bleeding. We use this a lot in phlebotomy. Not this size of Coban, of course, but it's the same thing. Very stretchy, very elastic. I'm not sure if you can find, I think you can find Coban in the stores. Of course, I just took this from the office, but when you find it in stores, more than likely it's going to be in a bright color, and it's going to be about this wide. It's not going to be thick like this, or very wide like that one is there, but always a good thing to have on hand, especially if you're going to do any hiking. You know, somebody falls and cuts their arm real deeply. You want to try to get that thing, the blood flow to that thing, a lot of pressure on it, and that's really good to keep pressure really tight against them. Down here I just have some Ivarest Poison Ivy itch spray, if that so happens. Knock on wood, I've never had poison ivy, and neither has any of my children, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. I do think that this would help with poison oak as well. Yeah, poison oak and sumac, insect bites, minor skin irritations. So I just have that in there. We have some pain relief patches just in case. I have a couple, my knees bother me from time to time, so in case I need something like that. We got Q-tips in here. I'm not suggesting that anybody puts Q-tips in their ears, but we here do in our family. But you should not use Q-tips, guys. We have a thing of baby wipes back there, and then just some tissue, little packets of tissues if we need it. So that is all that's in our first aid kit slash medicine kit. You can make these kits to suit your needs. They don't have to be like mine. I do have rough and tough boys, so that is the reason for the amount of stuff that's in there. And then what I wanted to share with you guys is that it's important to come prepared when you're camping. So I have here a couple bottles of insect spray, and then I have a whole bunch of different, fortunately for our family, like we're out in the sun all the time, so I have all of these types of sunscreens here that we will take with us. We won't be purchasing any new ones until we run out of what we currently have. So I have 4 different types of spray-on slash lotion sunscreens. We try to get the 50 SPF every time, and to me sunscreen is sunscreen. Like, they all do a pretty good job. I'm a whitey until I get out in the sun for a few days, and then I'll just get dark. And all 3 of my kids are pretty much the same way. We have some Hawaiian blood and some like Indian blood that flows through our veins. So once we start getting dark and exposed to the sun, we pretty much stop burning after that. But like the first couple of days, we want to apply, like, I'll apply sunscreen until I know that I'm dark enough that my skin's not going to burn anymore, and then I will stop using it. But for my children, they get sunscreen regardless, you know what I mean? And then I just have, this is also another one. I like to keep the face stick, just because the older boys, they're okay with me spraying the sunscreen in their face as long as they close their eyes, but the little one has an issue with things in his face. So I get the stick for his face. And then you want to have some aloe on hand. I will more than likely, once we get to the campsite and get set up, we will have this in the cooler. Not that it has to be in the cooler, but it just feels better going on if there is a sunburn. You can see I've had that bottle of aloe for over a year, and that's how much I've used out of it. I don't even think it's open. So that's how much we burn in our family, but you always want to be protected, okay? And then the last thing I wanted to show you was our little hygiene kits. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been camping and you guys are toting around 5 or 6 different bottles, your toothbrush, you're like going into the bathroom and having like a whole handful of stuff just to go in there and take a shower and get out and brush your teeth and all those fun things. So what I thought I would do this year is I thought that I would get these reusable packages here, okay? And for the boys, they're just gonna have a 3-in-1 shampoo, body wash, and all that fun stuff in here. And this is probably 1 or 2 uses in this guy. And I will have, as you guys can see here, in plastic bags, the stuff to refill those. This way, they can just take this guy right here, and it has their toothbrush, their toothpaste, and their body wash connected to it. And inside each one, which I should have left open, is a toothbrush and toothpaste. And then all they will need is their towel and this guy, and they can go get cleaned up and it won't be any bit of an issue. And then for mine, I have a razor in mine with my toothbrush and toothpaste, and then I have 3 different containers on here because my hair, I will have to have shampoo and a conditioner because my hair is just not gonna survive if I don't have that. And again, you can see that here with the shampoo and the body wash in there. And my son, my oldest son, has pretty long hair, so he'll probably more than likely use the shampoo and conditioner at some point as well. And so yeah, I thought that it was a really sweet little simple ideal to kind of make everything a little bit more efficient and easy. You don't have to carry things back and forth because my boys, they can go, 2 of the boys can go in and shower by themselves. The little one, of course, is going to need help. So this is, you know, he can just pick up his thing. My husband has one too, and just take it and run with it and go take their shower, and they won't be forgetting stuff in the shower and stuff like that. So that does it for this video, guys. I hope these tips helped you. I have some more packing videos and some more organization videos coming up, so I hope that this helps you in your traveling, in your travels. And if you are new here and you would like to, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a big like, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.